top story at 5. Today, we learned the case against former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr will move forward.
Judges on the Michigan Court of Appeals ruled 2-1 today that there is enough evidence for Schurr to face murder charges for killing Patrick Lyoya.
Schurr shot and killed Lyoya in April of 2022 during a traffic stop. Video shows Lyoya running from Schurr, a struggle over Schurr's taser, and then Lyoya being shot in the back of the head by Schurr.
Kent County prosecutors charged Schurr with second-degree murder in June of 2022. The question at hand for the appeals court was to decide if the shooting was justified.
We do have team coverage tonight as we're diving into the ruling. We'll begin with News 8's Demetrius Sanders, who spoke with a legal expert about the appeals court's decisions.
And he's live from the Grand Rapids Police Department tonight. Demetrius?
Well, the legal expert I spoke to says that the way that the case was analyzed, as well as the issues that were brought up, both were not very surprising.
As the issue of sending former Grand Rapids officer Christopher Schurr to trial for the killing of Patrick Lyoya went in front of the Michigan Court of Appeals, Cooley Law School professor Tanya Kraus-Phelan says it was not a matter of whether or not Schurr fired the deadly shot.
The defense is basically admitting that the elements of second-degree murder have been met to the extent that Mr. Schurr caused the victim's death and acted with malice.
Instead, the question for the Court of Appeals was if Schurr acted in self-defense.
Christopher Schurr's legal team has been very zealous in advocating and litigating the issue of whether or not he acted with a justifiable course of action.
Kraus-Phelan says it can be difficult to determine if self-defense should be decided by judges or a jury because in some aspects the answer is a little bit of both.
Self-defense, for example, is what we refer to as an affirmative defense. And it means that there has to be some evidence presented by the defense that allows the trier of fact to even determine whether it applies to the case. And if it does, if this does apply to the case, then the jury gets to decide whether or not Mr. Schurr's actions were justifiable.
In a split ruling, the Court of Appeals ultimately said that the case should go before a jury, with the decision going on to say, we agree that there is at least sufficient evidence presented at the preliminary examination to establish probable cause that the defendant's actions did not satisfy the standards for the use of deadly force in self-defense. In a dissenting opinion, another judge focused on a struggle between Schurr and Lyoya over Schurr's taser.
The dissent was of the opinion that the taser qualified as a deadly weapon per se. And if it's a deadly weapon possessed by the victim, that plays into what Mr. Schurr would perceive in this situation, why he might think that he was at risk of imminent death or great bodily harm.
And as the case moves forward, Kraus-Phelan says that self-defense will continue to be a key argument.
That will be the crux of the trial.
In Grand Rapids, Demetrius Sanders, News 8.
Today's decision by the Court of Appeals, several months in the making, is a pivotal step in moving this case closer to trial.
But another appeal may be looming that would further push back this case. News 8's Byron Tollefson in studio with more on that.
Brian and Sue, oral arguments for this decision were held back in September. It took the Court of Appeals nearly 5 months to issue today's ruling. Now, Matthew Borgula, an attorney representing former officer Chris Schurr, tells News 8 they are considering appealing this decision to the Michigan Supreme Court. They have 56 days to decide whether to do so. Kent County prosecutor Chris Becker tells News 8 he expects them to appeal. After that, Becker says things could take a while. He'd have the opportunity to respond in the Michigan Supreme Court. Will take time to decide whether to even hear this case. It's been nearly 2 years now since Patrick Lyoya was killed, and an attorney representing the family in its civil lawsuit against the city of Grand Rapids and the former officer says the repeated delays in the legal process have angered the Lyoya family as they want to have their day in court.
Any of these delays adds more insult to injury, as it would with any parent, any family member of someone wrongfully murdered. So obviously, there would be extremely upset.
Borgula tells News 8 he respectfully disagrees with the court's decision today, and he continues to argue that Schurr's use of force was justified. News 8 has reached out to local police union leaders for comment on this ruling. Those requests have not been returned.
All right, Byron, thank you. We will continue to bring you coverage and reaction to today's ruling.